you ready? I'm always taller than you because I can't just sit.
Just sit on
Can I
here.
put my legs over here?
What? It's like...
I always have to be up in your personal space.
It's like my own space, my own life.
Should I put both my legs over there? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. What's up guys? Yes here, welcome back to my channel, and I was gonna go straight into Happy Mukbang Monday, but today's Monday we don't really have a mukbang for you guys. It's more a little like cafecito action we have going on. We could do Motivational Monday. Do we like
Motivational
that?
Mondays, yeah.
That's actually what a few of you guys suggested in our last Q&A. We're like, what about some days you guys do Motivational Mukbang Monday? And today we're doing just Motivational Monday, I guess you can call it.
With cafecito. With
a little cafecito, okay?
I went hot, she went cold.
I went cold. I know you guys are gonna ask me for my recipe, which is so easy, you guys, like literally so easy. I was able to make a little TikTok tutorial in under 60 seconds, so that's gonna be in the description box below. I think there might be like a code that I could put on here too. If there is, I'm gonna put it here so you guys can find me on TikTok. And yeah, I give you guys pretty much the 60-second version of how to make this. It's honestly bomb. You guys already know that I'm now a coffee person, and I'm really experimenting with my coffees. Aren't my coffees pretty good?
They're pretty good.
They're pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I've been making some really bomb iced coffee, so this is like my vanilla little like cold brew iced coffee action, but I have a mocha one, and I have like a black coffee one, okay? So anyways, if you guys enjoy these kinds of little TikToks, then I'll continue to make more of them with like matcha and stuff. Because anyways, you guys know I'm a housewife now. But anyways, today we are going to be talking about manifesting. I asked you guys on my Instagram last night what you guys wanted to see, what you guys wanted us to chat about and stuff. And while there were so many topics, like really good topics, like how to have self-confidence and how to not compare yourself to others, like how to have good relationships. We decided to do manifesting because that was the one that was like kind of like the top. People were like, you know, manifesting for 2020. Like, so we're not like professional coaches or anything, you know, we're just gonna explain to you guys manifesting, like how it's worked for us, how we kind of try to like work with it and stuff, and based off of like audiobooks and movies and stuff that we have watched and like through our own experience, we're gonna share with you guys. So by no means are we like, this is manifesting and this is how you do it, and you know, because obviously everybody does it differently, and we just kind of want to like share our knowledge with you guys. But pretty much manifesting is kind of like when I guess you put your mind to something and you like attract it via like energy, I guess.
Your mind, focus, your energy, it's everything. Like, it's like you wanting this really bad.
Yeah, so like the law of attraction, and so it's, I mean, I feel like you guys have heard of the law of attraction. It's really like tricky for me right now to try to explain it. Like if you've not ever heard anything about it before, but if you've not heard anything about it before and you're kind of like confused, I would definitely say like The Secret is a good place to start. That was the first.
The Secret was a very good place to start. Manifesting and giving that energy towards something that you really, really want goes and starts with you. Okay? It starts with yourself. Are you confident? Are you willing to go that mile or those miles? Are you willing to give up a lot of your free time? Are you willing to like do everything possible to make this happen and be aligned with your dreams?
I think alignment is definitely like the key.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's honestly a little bit hard for me right now to get into like what is manifesting. You know what I mean? But I definitely think to start out, watch The Secret, and also you have to be like in alignment. Watch
The Secret, be in alignment, and also do your homework. See somebody that is successful within your dreams, because everybody has dreams. And I'm sure there's people that you follow that have that dream already. So follow that. Well, see what they do and see if their life fits your life and where you want to be. Like, is that what you want? Is it a good thing for you? Is it a good thing for you and your family? Will it fulfill you at the end? Not just financially, but like in your heart.
Okay, so I think the best way for me to go into this is with an example, because it's kind of hard to explain manifesting from like ground zero if you have no idea what manifesting is. But for example, and this is going to be like the really like super like cheesy, very funny way of like, you know, whatever, but this at the time meant a lot to me, and I was like, I'm gonna put the secret to the test, and I want to see if it's real. And I would like say, there was this British boy band called The Wanted, and I was like, I'm gonna meet them, I'm gonna meet them, I'm gonna meet them. Not like at a meet and greet, because I think I had already met them, or no, I was gonna meet them at a meet and greet, but I really wanted to put the secret to the test, and was like, I really want to meet these guys, like outside of a meet and greet, outside of like a concert, like I want to meet them, like I want to attract that, right? So I would like write down, I met The Wanted. I was so excited when I met The Wanted, because that's like part of, you know, getting in alignment with it and stuff. And so I went to LA, I went to this show, and there was this restaurant that I had heard that they would go to sometimes. And so when I went to LA, I was like, we're gonna go to that restaurant, and like hopefully they'll be there.
Sorry.
That's okay. And so I, like, you can say, quote unquote, I did like my research, right? Of like knowing like, not where they were gonna be, because I didn't know, like obviously they had gone there before, but like, you know, I've gone to places before, that doesn't mean that I live there. That
But if you didn't look
there
and see kind of like, what are my possibilities of meeting these guys, let me find out where they like to go in LA.
Well, that's kind of like where you put in your work.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes there's a misconception that, you know, you just sit at your house and you wish, and like that's kind of like not really how it works. Like you have to be, again, in alignment. So,
in tune. I call it in tune.
Yeah,
for me, that's one of my favorite words. You're in tune.
Yeah. And so then we go to this restaurant, right? And we weren't even going to go anymore because there was no parking. And it was on Sunset Boulevard. LA gets crazy. If you guys have been to LA, you guys already know it's crazy. And we are driving and we're looking for parking, and my friend and I are kind of like, honestly, I think we're kind of gonna like I don't like, and then for a second there I was kind of like, I don't even know if they're gonna be here, whatever. You guys, they were literally walking across my car down the like I was at a crosswalk, I was at a stopped, and they're like walking by, and my friend's like, that's Max, and I'm like, shut up, right? And I feel like that was the very first time, and like I got to meet them, we were like hanging out, we like took photos, you know, it was like a thing, okay? And that was like the first time that I really kind of felt like, you know, I really manifested them to be there, you know what I mean? Because the thing is that also, I know that some people who might not believe it might be like, well, yeah, like, you know that they go there.
But what are the chances?
But what are the chances that in that precise second, when I was already gonna leave,
they could have been in the restaurant, but you couldn't have met them. It could have been like, they could have been in there.
Exactly. And I know this is like the cheesiest, most like funny, like whatever, but I really was like, oh my God, like this shit works. Like for them to have been walking, and do you know what like moves the energy the world had to be doing in order for them to be walking in that precise second while I was at a stoplight? Like, it's just crazy. And that's when I knew, like, oh, like the law of attraction, manifesting is a real thing. How
focused were you going out there to the show? How focused were you to meet these guys? Do you remember that feeling?
Well, I remember being like, and it was crazy because I kept walking around the fair like, I'm gonna meet them. Like they could just
There's
be walking
this feeling
around
that you
here.
feel.
Like they could just be walking around here. Like they could just be like, I know they're gonna be somewhere. But it was that belief of really believing that it could happen and not really having a doubt. And so this is just an example. I know it's the silliest thing ever in the whole world, but this is when I realized like, oh, like this.
You were so
really
open
works.
to opportunity. You're so open for them to come. It wasn't like there's no way. You were so open.
Oh no,
right?
I was like, I'm going to LA and I'm gonna meet them.
Yeah.
You know, and I had told my friend, like, I had told her, I'm gonna meet them today. Like, I had texted one of my friends and I was like, I'm gonna meet them today. And she was like,
so you were talking
like,
already.
are you gonna have a meet and greet or something? And she was like, and I was like, no, they don't have a meet and greet, but I'm gonna meet them today.
So that's another point too, is that you were talking about it. You were already talking about it in existence. You're already feeling.
I was already feeling like if it was already real. I think something very important when manifesting or trying to attract something, it's very important to write it down. Like, and I spoke about this in my Q&A, but before I met Michael, I was in an extremely toxic relationship. And, you know, I went to this program, and there they taught us, like, everything that you want, write it down. you know what I mean? So that there's no doubt, like in your mind, there's no doubt, like you really put it out into the universe now. And I literally wrote down everything that I wanted in a partner, and that was Michael. Like I know that I attracted Michael into my life, and I feel like you guys can attract your dream person into your life too, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or dream people, or dream job, or dream everything.
Yeah, anything. You could literally attract anything or manifest anything, okay? And I know that people are gonna be like, well, if you could attract anything, then why aren't you a millionaire? Or why aren't you this? Here, it's not as easy as it seems. You know what I mean? In order to manifest, you really have to believe it. That's the trick of it. The trick of manifesting and the trick of the law of attraction is believing. And I know that it seems like it's easy, but it's not that easy because our mind, like we like make our own barriers. Why? I don't know if it's like the human mind. I don't really know what it is, but we are very consumed by our reality, I would say, you know? So it's hard to be like, in my mind, you know, I want to attract $1 million, but then our mind is like, how are you going to do that? You know what I mean? And then that's where we start creating these doubts, and then the universe is like, okay, well, you can't because you said you can't. Something that's also very important is like being in alignment. And when I say alignment, I mean like being on the same, how do I explain it? The same frequency, the same like vibe. So for example, you can't be like, I want to change the world, but you're doing like shady stuff. You know what I mean? Like that's not, like it's not coherent. It's not.
Yeah, you want to change the world, but you're buying stolen goods.
Yeah, like it just is not like on the same path, you know? So when we purchased the house that I had mentioned in our house video, that I immediately started like packing because I wanted to be in alignment with the universe before they told us that we got accepted, before any of that. I immediately started packing because I wanted to get into the feeling and really get into that alignment of like, I'm getting ready to move into this house. Me, for example, I had these big dreams when I was in this toxic relationship, and I kept getting these like opportunities, and I was attracting these opportunities, but it just wasn't like working. Like just something wasn't working. Like I just wasn't getting where I wanted to go, even though I had all of these opportunities. And it's because I was surrounded by people who were toxic. I was surrounded by, you know, just, even though I felt like
the
that
doubt
would affect
of people
me,
or people like doubting you, and
I honestly wouldn't even share stuff, but I just wasn't in the right like energy, you know what I mean? Even though I wouldn't really like share stuff because I knew that doubt would come with it, like I just didn't feel like I was in alignment. I wasn't where I was supposed to be in order to, you know, have my dreams take off. And so I feel like that's very important, and we're gonna, like, if you guys are interested, we would like to have like a talk about like toxic friendships and toxic relationships and just toxic environments that could prevent you from like getting where you want to be. But I definitely think that being in alignment is probably, like, that's what you're supposed to do. You know, you let the universe figure out the how and whatever, but you have to believe, and you also have to be ready to receive.
Believe and receive.
Believe and receive.
That's the big thing. That's your homework, guys. So get on that. Get rid of all that stuff you talked about in 2019. Like, I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to stop hanging out with these people. Get rid of them already. Delete their phone numbers. Do what you got to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And get rid of them. Be in tune.
Like something that I was dreading when we were getting the new house was like cleaning everything and kind of getting rid of stuff. But I knew that I had to do that because you need to be ready to receive. And what does that mean? If they call me right now and they say, the house is here for you to move in, am I ready to move in? And if you're not ready, then that means you're not in alignment. You have to be ready to receive at the moment. Like you don't have to you have to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Does that make sense?
What?
You like that? Okay. With my little cafecito. Did you just try to do... There are so many things that I feel like, you know, have transpired and have become because we have like manifested them. Like, if you guys missed our Q&A before we got this house, like we would come and like roam around this neighborhood and really try to feel like what it would be like to be here. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it wasn't a given that the house was for us. You know, like I mentioned before, there were other offers on the table and we came in late. And so there were other chances that we were not going to get this house. And I was like, I really, 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 really want this house. We're going to go drive around the neighborhood. We took a walk around here. Michael trespassed in the backyard and got in the pool. Yeah, I don't recommend trespassing, but
the gate was open. I didn't break in nowhere. The gate was open.
Plus, we had seen the house earlier with our agent. It was fine.
Yeah, we were.
So, anyways, he like swam and he was like, "I'm really trying to like get it in alignment and really feel like this is where we're gonna be spending our summers and stuff." And maybe it was a dip in the pool that really like sealed it.
It was probably my shirt off type of thing that made it.
I don't know. But
the house probably manifested. I want that to be my homeowner.
Yeah.
Could have been.
The house was like, I want to manifest you, boo. So, anyways, it's worked for us, you guys, and I know that you guys can manifest anything that you guys want. So I'm going to go ahead and put a link, because I think The Secret might be on YouTube. It's for sure on Netflix.
It's on YouTube.
So I'm going to go ahead and put the link down below, and then I'm actually going to put the link to the second part, which nobody knows about.
Nobody knows about Yesenia.
No, dude, a lot of people don't know about it. Well, I guess most people don't know about, okay, sorry, my bad. But there's like a second part where it talks more about a little bit more like in depth. And then I'm also going to put the opus, because that's another good one. And I try to literally watch that at least like 2 or 3 times a year, okay? Even though I've watched it for years and years and years, like every single time that I watch it, I learn something new. Yeah, every time something else like pops up to me, like you continue to learn, you guys.
Yeah, keep on practicing. Keep on studying and practicing these things and get it together, you know?
Get your manifesting skills on point, boo. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that we didn't like ramble on and confuse you guys. I know this was different than Mukbang Monday. Manifesting Monday. Oh, should we call it that?
Yeah, sometimes it's Manifesting Monday. Sometimes Mukbang Monday. So,
but anyways, we love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching.
Margarita Mondays might happen sometimes. We don't know.
Oh my god. But comment down below.
Michelada Mondays might happen.
Oh my god.
We don't know.
Mojito Monday.
Mojito Monday.
Stop.
Moscow Mule Monday.
What? There's a lot of drinks with M's.
Cheers, baby.
What is it called? Midori Sour Monday.
Moet Mondays.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Tubo. That's it. But we love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Comment down below what other topics you guys really, really want to talk about. Like, I don't know, toxic friendships, toxic relationships, how to get rid of, like, people that don't align with you. I don't know. There's so many cool topics. But let us know down below in the comments. We love you guys so much, and we'll talk to you guys soon.